So, back for another VGC guide, and this time we are looking at Glaceon. It gets Calm Mind now. And it's bulky enough to make use of it. And it's offensive enough to make use of it. It doesn't matter that the typing is terrible, you just turn into an electric type. So the bad typing does not matter anymore. And then, because you're turning into an electric type, you get Bulk Beam coverage. This is going to be a brilliant Pokemon. Like, this is surely a hidden gem, right? Because it's going to be very bulky. Like, the defenses are very good. The offense is very good. You get to bulk yourself out with Calm Mind, so that your special defense is getting even better. You get to bulk yourself out with the Snow, because now Snow gives a defense boost to the Glaceon. You get Snow Cloak on top of that to make them miss 20% of the time if you're in the snow, so that's extra turns to get a Calm Mind. And you have Bulk Beam coverage. That's brilliant. Like, I don't think I'm missing anything here. This is a fantastic Pokemon now. It didn't have Calm Mind in previous generations, and it was missing that, but that buff on top of the Snow being a defense boost is huge for Glaceon. Like, it got double buff in that regard. So now its bulk is fantastic, while still having the amazing offenses of base 130 special attack. That's brilliant. So, you don't even need the Snow for this as well. You can just run Ice Beam instead of Blizzard. Like, if you're running it with Snow, which you probably should be. Oh, it's a combine there. But yeah, if you're running Snow, you should run Blizzard, because that's brilliant coverage. Like, and the best ice attack that you could go for. Otherwise, if you're not running Snow, you don't need to with this set. Like, it's probably best to, but you don't need to. Then you just run Ice Beam instead. And you still have Bulk Beam coverage. And you're still sorted. This is going to be a fantastic Pokemon. Like, I'm saying that right now, and I'm saying that with certainty. This is brilliant. I don't think I'm missing anything here. Because you get to be bulky enough to make use of Calm Mind and be a win condition that they can't break through. You're offensive enough that you will get so much damage if you even get one Calm Mind. You get a defense boost if you're in the snow. Sorted, right? And you don't even need to go with electric. Because you've got Freeze Dry, you can turn into a water type as well. If you're running the electric one, run Ice Beam or Blizzard. Because you don't need the Freeze Dry to hit water types, because you've got Terra Blast. Well, if you're turning into a water type, that's still justifiable with the ice typing as well. But then you do want Freeze Dry so you can hit water types. Because if you've got a water Terra Blast and an ice coverage, you need Freeze Dry to be able to hit water types, otherwise you don't. But this is entirely reasonable as well. If you don't want electric, turn into a water type. This is still perfectly fine. So that's another set that Glaceon can run that is still very strong indeed. Like, basically turning it into a mini Tapu Fini, I guess, if you're turning it into a water type. And the bulk is rivaling it on the defensive side, beating it on the special attacking side, like less special defense, but you patch that with Calm Mind. So, yeah, this is still absolutely brilliant. And you don't even need to run Calm Mind. You can run the annoying Bright Powder set, because then you've got a 72% chance of being hit when you've got the Bright Powder and the Snow Cloaks. This is 90% chance to hit you, this is 80% chance to hit you, so it's a 72% chance. 28% of the time, they're going to miss. That's basically close to a Rock Slide flinch. We've seen how often Rock Slide flinches. So yeah, this is still annoying and viable. It would be remiss of me not to mention it, because it's still a good set for it. You basically just spam Blizzards with it, and then you get Terra Blast as the coverage with electric or water. Doesn't really matter, because you've got Freeze Dry as well. Doesn't really matter which one you go for. You can go for water or electric. You still got the same defensive investments, so you can survive a reasonably invested Annihilate, Drain Punch, +1 Drain Punch, that is. So the amount of attack I would expect Annihilate to have, and you wouldn't really go higher. +1 Drain Punch does not KO. And then you definitely survive if you're in the snow, and then just hits the 11N as well here. Did I mention that Ice Beam Oko's a Hydreigon with 2 of 2 HP? I don't know if I did. If I didn't, I've said it again. But yeah, then you get to just spam Blizzards with this one, and not get hit a reasonable amount of the time. Or you can bulk yourself out even further with the Assault Vest. So if you're in the snow, you get 100% accurate Blizzards still, you're still doing great damage with the spamming the Blizzards. You get the defense boost from the Snow now. You get the special defense boost from the Assault Vest. This is very bulky. And very strong. So it's going to be quite difficult to deal with. You can turn into Electric type as well if you want to get the Terra Blast as well. Bit awkward with the Snow. You do want to try and stay as an Ice type if you can, but that's still reasonable because you've got such great bulk that you'll be able to do that. Or you can just go for amazing offense with the choice specs. And you still have a defense boost in the Snow. So it's very bulky in that regard, and still going to be incredibly strong with the Blizzards. So this is viable as well. Like, it's incredibly flexible. It can do a load of things. Most of the time you want it in the Snow. Like, pair this with the Bomber Snow often, for sure. But this set, and this set, does not need to be paired with the Bomber Snow. Like, previously, you would always see Glaceon, like, pretty much exclusively, with a Hail setter. It was previously Hail back then. Now it's Snow. So, it's going to be a Bomber Snow that you want. But you don't have to. It's flexible enough, and got good enough bulk that you don't need to. Like, I'm so hyped for this Pokemon. Like, I think I'm entirely justified in saying that this is an A tier Pokemon. This is going to be brilliant. This is a hidden gem for sure. I'm really excited to use this.